Yes, we got someone who wants to have babies of their own. Which, with how expensive chicks are this year and eggs, I am more than happy to let her take it off of my hands. You're doing a good job. Keep up the good work. You feeling better? Are you feeling better? You're doing a lot better. You're doing a lot better. Oh, the nippers is back. The little nippers is back. We still got to work on getting some flesh back on these bones, huh? We're working on it though. So today I'm just gonna go ahead and let some of my does out a little bit at a time. And I've got a gate up out there because we need to start acclimating all of our does and our kids from being in the kidding stalls down here to being in this wide open space here. Because they can't stay in the kidding space for ever. It's a 5x5, it gets dirty very fast, and these kids quickly become a lot more active, and it's important to let them get out and socialize, and for the mothers to start being able to socialize with one another in here, not the entire herd, but just the other mothers, and reestablish and get used to having babies running all over the place. And it'll also help the babies to start distinguishing mom from other moms, because the other moms are not going to let them get near them. So we'll see how it all. Call for it, Mama. Tell them we're down here. We're down here, sir. Tell him, Pinky. Gosh, Pinky's buck is just being very stubborn. And you are not worried. You're not worried, are you? She's not worried about him at all. She's like, you're fine. She's like, I've had you in there for like last week. Honey, Tavor. Easy, Tavor, easy. Easy, Tavor, you're okay. I named him Tavor, and I named his sister Purple Uzi. They're pew-pew names, but that's okay. Sorry if you don't like that, we like it. I think they're super like striking names, and you're named after a Tavor, huh? Yeah. They're so stinking cute. But see, that's why too, because mommies have to start duking it out with babies nearby. And if it's just them, they're more mindful of babies than like the herd members outside that are not used to having babies. Go on, Tavor. Or I'm gonna scoop, you're not used to this floor. Tavor, oh! Go, Tavor. Go, Tavor. Go on, go on, go on. Go on, Tavor. Go on. Hey, little son, go on. Come here. Oh. He doesn't really like me all that much, but he'll learn to love me. Oh boy, here they are. Here is it's a play date. Oh, goodness. I think I need to put some straw down. They're all slipping everywhere. So yesterday, I went to film our first milking. But y'all, I redid my milking room. And it is a holy mess. I redid everything because I thought I was going to like it a specific way. And I had this all thought up in my head, how this was gonna go. And that it was gonna be a huge improvement on my setup last year. And in some ways it kind of is, but in other ways it's not. And it was a freaking rodeo. It was a rodeo because I had 3 first timers up there. One's trying to go lopsided because that's Bonnie, who doesn't want her baby. She just wants to have her big, strong buckling that didn't have any issues in the beginning. And it's not that big of an issue because we're only a week in. I can kind of correct it, and I've been trying to stay on top of it. It's just one of the, you like miss one day, or you miss like a day and a half of evening it out, and you might as well just forget it. You think the bucks are being bucks? Oh my God, this is so good for my soul. It's so good for my soul. You guys. To be as joyful and joyous as a baby goat out in the open for the first time. Oh, be still my heart. To be so joyful about just being alive and exploring. If only we could all hold on to that and just carry it with us forever. But As humans, we contemplate our own mortality, and we quickly lose that joy for life if we are not careful, and a lot of us are not careful. So you want to get joy in your life, just find someone with baby goats. Just find someone with baby goats, and they'll help you restore it, because you can't be around baby goats like this and not completely just freaking love it, because it's just so cute. Oh, they're so cute. Where was I? Yeah, milking. My milk room is different. I moved my milk stands from one side of the room to the other, and I thought that was going to be a lot better, and that I would just have my stands side by side, and that I would be able to milk them side by side. And I've got this new base for my Simple Pulse, which I really recommend you guys check this out if you have a Simple Pulse, especially if you're on a show string, or if you're going to possibly be doing like LA as a travel herd, because then you can bring your milker with you. And that's really awesome, especially if you're not used to hand milking or you need to just do it really quick. I did get this bottom base for the Simple Pulse to make it easier to travel with it to other farms, to shows, just for whatever reason. It really is a wonderful little contraption, and it makes it to where I'm not confined to a specific point in my own milk room. Oh my goodness. He's right there. He's right there, Mom. Mom, he's over there. Oh boy. And hi, Sweetness and his brothers. You're the sweetest little baby. Take him in, Mom. Take him in. Take him in. Come here. I just snag him on the go. Goat butt. Hi, babies. Hello, little babies. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Be nice in here. Okay? And as much as I want to leave this door open, I'm probably going to chase everyone in. Because it's adding additional chaos and obstacles to new babies who are not used to these things. They're not used to these things. Tell them, I'm not used to them. I know. You remember I saved you, don't you? You remember I saved you. Taking one obstacle away. And then I lose all the light in here. So with this milking setup, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work because I've also not taken into account that I have full-size goat milk stands, and my goats are not full-sized. They're half-sized, they're half pints. So where a normal goat's rear end and udder would fall and be kind of close to where my Simple Pulse, even on this stand, this traveling base would be, it's just too far. It's just too far. So I'm thinking about moving these stands back kind of the way I had them. And that's the one thing, guys, you never know what's going to work for you in your setup until you try it and you kind of test run it. And if it goes horribly, don't be afraid to just change back. I've seen so many people fail, and I've seen so many people add so much stress. I do it too, because they're like, I'm going to make this work. And there are just some situations and some setups that are not cohesive to how you're running your operation, to how you're running your homestead, or how you want to specifically raise your animals. Do not be afraid to change it up or go back to how it was before. Whatever works best for you. So I'm gonna catch a really quick break, but then I think I'm gonna come back out here and I'm going to see if I can get this set up over here, because I really don't want to move back to this side, because I kind of do like my feed on this side of the room instead of right here, because then I put up a shelf where I got like all of my grabs, like brushes and fly spray, things that I might just come in and grab normally when the weather is nice. My silence, so I've got Python dust if I need to dust somebody, silence. Grab that for super body shine. There's my fly spray. I've got all of those here. What I'd also like to do is I've got a lot of my show chains right there. I'm gonna put hooks on the bottom of this, so they're literally just like hanging down. I got this nifty thing for show season. But before I go ahead and kind of try to see if I can get this setup to work, just kind of manipulate it a little bit so that it's not that as big of a headache as it was. And I want to do it soon, and the reason for this being, I hear you, I know. I know, hold on. Got a bottle of baby in there that, well, her mom doesn't like her. You guys know her, sweater girl, bright eyes. So I need to get this kind of fixed soon. And the reason for that being is as I start milking, even my milkers from last year came in here and were like, this is different. And they didn't really like it. And they were a little bit harder to handle too. So I really want to get this area under control and set up to where it's pretty cohesive, it works well, it kind of flows pretty good, so that my does get used to this, because the quicker they get in their routine, the easier it is for me to establish my routine, because right now my routine is dragging them in here, getting first time fresheners up on the stand that don't want to be there, that don't know what the heck's going on, don't know what I'm putting on their udder that's sucking milk out of them, i.e. the simple pulse. It is just pandemonium, and the sooner they get in here and they realize what their routine means and they're comfortable with it, the more comfortable I can become, and the more smooth and streamlined my routine can become, because their routine helps my routine, which makes my life much easier and makes milking not such of a bear. Not that it's a bear all the time, but like I said, you're married to it, and when you're struggling with small animals that are a lot stronger than you think, it kind of sucks. It sucks big time. So it's attempt number 2. This is day 2 where I have time to milk. So look at all the sweetness happening behind me. I can't even. This, when I get to put all of them together like this, absolute best day ever. The best thing that I could ever ask for. Joyful, joyous, exhilarated, serenity, calm, peace, all right here. Oh my gosh. They all start getting the bounces. Oh my God, I can't handle it. They all start getting the bounces. And I've got my little bottle girl here who is less appreciative of all of the socialization. He's more interested in the bottle. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna probably get a straw bale out here around 3 o'clock when I come out here next to offer them bottles, because while I got one fella, he's gonna leave, Sonny's boy, and he's gonna leave, but little girl, don't you do it. Got one who's she's trying to escape as we speak. She's trying to get through that fence, which she probably will succeed the longer that I'm in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit stage right, left, whatever that saying is. So we'll be milking tonight. I am kind of excited about that. I'm gonna make them go 5 hours this time. Moms are not all that happy out there. I'm gonna make them go 5 hours this time. That's 1 more hour of hunger added to these kids. So some of them are already pretty wonderful and are already trying to take the bottle and are they're getting with the program. They know exactly what's going to be going on, but I have some that are going to need probably hunger pangs that are just a little bit more pronounced. And because we take that approach with not trying to force them to eat and just giving the bottle to them, putting it in their mouth a couple of times, just enough to where the milk comes out so that they're not freaked out by the situation. They just learn to be calm, that it's not a fight, it's not a struggle, it's not a fight or flight situation. That once they get that out of their little minds, then sometimes it's a lot more opportune and it's a lot easier to put kids that are dam raised on a bottle. I would like to get them very used to a bottle. And then as we move to our first milk testing of the season, which will be here in it's not this weekend, I think I'm gonna do it next weekend. Then they'll have the idea in their head, and after about 24 hours, they'll probably all be pretty bottle savvy. And we will just keep lengthening times between letting the does out to go graze, do their thing. And eventually I will let babies out into the field. It's damp. We're not quite there yet, and I need to get a couple of things situated in the barn, but yeah, I will catch you guys here in about 5 hours, and then we'll be back for milking tonight, and that'll probably be our video, just so you guys can kind of get kind of a feel for what we're doing here on the farm. Okay guys, like 2/3 of the way in, I forgot I didn't hit record. So I'll just bring you for our milking tomorrow. The one bit that I did actually capture was Bonnie having a complete and total tantrum, and then causing me to have a complete and total tantrum. It's really hard sometimes when your livestock push you, because you're just really trying to do what's best for them. Like, I can't let Bonnie go unmilked. I let her go a little bit too long, thinking that she was letting that little girl nurse enough, and she wasn't. So she's starting to lopside on me, which for most people that's not bad, but for the show world and for promoting udder health and productivity in that half of the udder, no. You should not be letting them lopside. If you ever catch that, where you have a doe who does seem like she's lopsiding, you probably should go ahead and pull her aside and milk out the half that is a little congested, because that leads to mastitis. Actually, yesterday or 2 days ago when I brought her in, I thought her udder felt warm, so I was touching it today to see if it was warm, and I don't think that's what the problem was. She was actually like laying down when I went to go get her, so I figured that's probably why her udder was warm. Body heat, warm day, deep litter method, warmth rising underneath from the bedding. I want to do that, and my milk room is a mess now because it rained all day and it's gross.